Hello you guys, so today we're going to be doing my 2021 bullet journal setup. So I just got this pink bullet journal at Michael's. It was like $9. It's in their like art section. They're fairly cheap, so they work pretty well. I'm just doing my 2021 cover page right now. We're just doing a little like yellowy kind of moon theme with some pretty like beading and such. These bullet journals aren't the best quality. They do bleed, as I found out. Certain markers bleed more. I'm using like a Sharpie fine tip pen and that kind of bled a lot, so I switched to like a Papermate pen and that worked a little bit better. So yeah, you definitely want to like test your markers on like a separate page before you start using them, because sometimes they bleed and then you have like weird shadows in your bullet journal. As you can see, it bled pretty bad. So I was just like testing some markers to see like what worked. But on this side, I'm doing kind of an important dates list. That way I can use my year at a glance on the other page and just kind of mark little, I want to like highlight the numbers, and then I can write on the list any important dates that I have for the year. So I just did some little beading designs to carry that over, and I'm just doing my year at a glance now, and this is going to take forever. I tried doing some weird like shadows on the letters, but I don't know if they really worked well. Now I'm just checking my calendar to make sure that I get all the dates correct, because I don't want to mess this up. And I'm just writing in my days of the week. I spaced out all these calendars beforehand. I kind of counted all my dots and stuff, so I jotted things down in pencil so that they're all evenly spaced, and I know that I have enough space to write all the numbers for the weeks and the months. But now I'm making my book spread. So I'm doing the 100 book challenge again, where I try to read 100 books. I did not complete this challenge in 2020. I read 24 books. But yeah, I did do it in 2019. I read like 103 books, so I was pretty proud of that. But I'm just drawing some little shelves with a brown marker here, and then I'm gonna go in and I'm going to add all the little books here with a black fine tip marker. And what I do is I color in those books when I finish a book, so that I can complete all 100 of my reading books. This is kind of tedious, but honestly I just like the way it looks. I kind of try to stagger the way I stack the books, kind of like a real bookshelf. I do some sideways, some like straight up and down. I tilt some, but I'm just counting to make sure that I draw 100 and they're kind of evenly spaced on all the shelves that I have. So that's why I kind of moved down to the fourth shelf there, because I was getting kind of close to 100 and I wanted to make sure that they kind of filled all the shelves up before I continued finishing a shelf. And then on the page next to this, I'm going to be making a TBR list. I want to be able to list books that I want to read soon from my TBR, so that's just going to be what this is. And then over here I have my handy dandy chart for my temperature blanket. I do have a video on my channel showing you guys how to make a temperature blanket if you want to check that out. But this is how I keep track of the weather and all the colors I'm using. So I make a little chart in my bullet journal. I just, across the top, I list the months, and down the side I list the days, and then I kind of just grab my ruler and I follow my lines in my bullet journal, and I make a grid. That way I have 365 little squares that I can fill in throughout the year with the different colors, and I have a key on the side, so I'll add my yarn colors into there. It just makes it so much easier to track my blanket and the colors that I need and all that stuff. This can also be a little bit tedious, but just take your time. Sometimes it's kind of cathartic to do tedious tasks like this. And then, yeah, this is my key with the different temperature ranges that I'm going to be using for this blanket. And I'll color those in once I get my yarn. And then on this side I'm doing a savings plan. I found one of those like yearly savings plan things on Pinterest where you could supposedly save $5,000 in a year. I don't know if I'll be able to, but we're gonna try. And then down here I'm doing kind of a debt tracker, so I have like all my debt things that I have to pay off, and as I pay them off throughout the year I'm gonna color in the little blocks. Each block represents $100, so I'm going to color those in, and hopefully we can try to do kind of like a debt snowball thing and pay off like my smallest debt to my biggest debt. I didn't even add my student loans on here because there wasn't enough room, and we're not going to get to paying those off for a while because I have credit cards and a car loan. So yeah, this is why I'm trying to save money. But yeah, the 5K savings plan is kind of just broken up by each paycheck, so hopefully it won't be too hard to do. And then I'm just drawing some little doodles there. And on this next page, I'm doing a content planner for YouTube because I want to kind of plan out, like, I get ideas and I have nowhere to really write them down. This way I can kind of write down my ideas when I filmed them, when I edit them, when I post them, and all that kind of stuff, and the date that I uploaded them. So I'm just making like a really simple chart here just so I can keep track of my videos. And of course I have this one that's going to go up, little doodles. And yeah, that is all. Here's a quick little flip through of my 2021 journal. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next video. Bye!